In the summer of 1975, Jaws terrorized millions and changed recreational swimming habits worldwide.
Jaws scared the pee out of me. I tell you, I couldn't even swim in a public pool in Kentucky after watching Jaws. It put the fear of God in me. It took me months to get over it.
Dr. Lucky Meisenheimer, the man who invites complete strangers to swim with him every morning in the lake behind his home, has opened the doors of his home for a one-of-a-kind double feature.
We're going to watch the movie Jaws, and then we're going to go out at midnight and we're going to swim across the lake. I think it's going to be very amusing on the shore after everybody watches the movie to see who really has the guts to go in that dark water and swim.
And for those who make the swim after watching the movie,
they get a patch. You get to risk your life and you get one of these wonderful patches if you survive.
That's an offer that somehow they can't refuse. They quickly fill one room and spill over into the next, requiring 2 screens, 2 DVDs, and a little help.
I need a young boy to show me how to use the DVD player.
This was the first ever summer blockbuster, changing the way movies are released and marketed. This is the first time that many here have seen the movie in over 30 years, and it's apparent it still has quite a bite.
I can go slow ahead. Come on down and chump some of this. You're gonna need a bigger boat. He'd been bitten in half below the waist.
Definitely ready to swim now.
Smile, you son of a...
He's ready to get in the dark black water.
And with that, they begin the walk to the dark lake for a midnight swim. Of course, they all know there are no sharks in Lucky's Lake.
But a big 12-foot alligator, now that's another thing.
It's protection for everybody. I'm going to carry it right here.
It is 1 kilometer. The water is very deep. There's no standing up. It's 15, 20 feet deep all the way across. The big risk here is drowning, not getting eaten by something. If you get ate by something, well, that's just too bad, okay? If you're not absolutely 100% positive you can make this without any difficulty, do not do it. It's not worth it, even for the very cool patch we're giving, okay?
Going with you?
Yep.
Nearly 100 brave souls wade in, somewhere in glow sticks to make sure they can be seen. Is that a good idea or not? As always, Hannah is the official starter, and on her bark, they're off. They orient to a small light more than 500 meters across the lake. Open water swimming at night is always a mental challenge, even more so with these images fresh in your mind. After about 20 minutes, the fastest swimmers, or perhaps the most scared, begin to arrive.
I should have warned people before we started the swim not to mess around with me because I always carry this when I swim, and they might have got a gut full of this. So
I was thinking about bringing my scuba knife, but nah.
One by one, they make it safely back.
we started with 92, and we've had about 50 or 60 finished so far, so as long as the rest show up, I think it'll be a good evening. That was the only thing we were missing, was the theme song blaring over the water. That would have made it a perfect swim.
The walk back to the house to claim their coveted patch is short compared to the distance that some traveled to get here.
Let's give the Rochester, New York guy the first pass. Guys, I'm glad you came all the way down for this. Crazier than I thought.
As he hands out the patches, Lucky's already hyping next year's event.
Next year, like I said, it'll be Lake Placid, the big gator movie. Maybe that'll be a little more motivating.